Come with me to hike the Cloudland Trail to Roan High Bluff. This is a 2.5-mile trail above Carver's Gap in Bakersfield, North Carolina. Almost immediately when you start the trail, there's an overlook to your right you can walk over to. The day I was there, it was too foggy to see anything, but normally you would have a view of the mountains. If you're curious what you can see on a foggy day, because there's a lot of those on Carver's Gap, it's pretty much just some trees from this overlook. If you're looking to film a horror movie or a World War II reenactment, this would be a fantastic place for it with all the fog and the damage from the hurricane. They are working on getting the trees replanted. There were a ton of these chicken wire circles with trees planted in them throughout the early part of the hike. One of the main draws of this hike is the rhododendrons. There aren't as many when I went, but they are still all over the place. Probably my favorite part of this hike is the smell. You don't even have to have views. You can walk through the fog all day, and it still smells like a pine fir forest, so you can't really go wrong. Part of the trail was closed when I went. I believe they were working on clearing out some trees and adding some steps, but it's really not that big of a deal. It's maybe like 0.2 miles, and you can just walk through the overflow parking lot on the side, and if you do that, you get to see a nice big rhododendron bush. I will say I went mid-June, so just right after peak rhododendron season, and this is about what they were looking like. You can see them using the excavator to clear out the trail a little bit, and here you can see them, I believe, building steps. They had some like 6x6s there and dampers. Right after this, you'll come out to a smaller parking lot with, I want to say, like 8 to 10 spots where you can park, and you can only do a half mile each way to make this hike 1 mile. After you walk that last half mile, you will squeeze past this fence and come to an observation deck at the end of the hike. If you wind up coming on a foggy day like I did, you will be greeted with a view of basically nothing. It is kind of cool to look out into the abyss and see basically nothing. If you look to your sides, the trees are whipping in the wind. I will say that foggy days like this are very common. I did the hike to the Balds on the other side of Carver's Gap last year, and it was just as foggy. Here is a picture of my view from Round Bald last year. I will say it does usually tend to clear up a little bit later in the evening, but I usually prefer to do my hikes in the mornings. If you were hoping for more rhododendrons and you're there in the time of year where the rhododendrons are blooming, you can always stop by the rhododendron garden while you're there. It's just beside of this trail. This trail is definitely better done when it's sunny out, but it's still enjoyable no matter when you go. If you enjoy hiking content, make sure to like and follow, and as always, take time to enjoy the view and thank God.